Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, children. A very good morning to all of you. Hope your weekend went on well. Hope you took the textbook and read the previous concepts what we discussed on Friday. Just a recap of what we did on Friday. Now we discussed about macroscopic forms of form of Ohm's law, and we derived an equation for Ohm's law, which is stated as R is equal to V by I, where R is nothing but the resistance of the given conductor. And we were also discussing about the factors on which the resistance depends on. We also saw that the resistance depends on the length of the conductor, the area of cross section, and we also arrived at constant proportionality, which is called as rho. Rho is nothing but we named it as specific resistance or resistivity, whose unit is ohm meter. And we also saw that the reciprocal of resistivity is nothing but we call it as conductivity. So these are some of the formulas that we discussed in the last class. And resistivity is equal to resistance when the resistance offered to the current flow by the conductor is of unit length having unit area of cross section. Okay, so then in that case rho is equal to R. So these are some of the points we were discussing on Friday. So with this concepts in mind, now till last concept we were discussing our value of resistance with respect to one resistor in a circuit, right? We were restricting ourselves to one resistor. Now today's topic we are going to continue with more number of resistors. So what will be the effective capacitance when you have more number of resistors? It is just almost a similar topic like what we read in capacitors. Hope you remember the first topic where we were where we learnt about capacitors, and we were also talking about capacitors in series and parallel. So what will be the effective capacitance when capacitors are connected in series? What will be the effective capacitance when capacitors are connected in parallel? So these are some of the concepts we were discussing, right? So the same applies here also. Here we are going to talk about resistors which are going to be connected in series and resistors that are going to be connected in parallel. So what happens when resistors are connected in series? Okay, so that is the first topic today. Look at this diagram, children. There are three resistors. Look at the first diagram. Now in this first diagram there are three resistors. Here is resistor R1, here is resistor R2, and here is a resistor R3. So they are connected in series. Now here one end of the resistor is connected to the other end. Similarly, this end of the resistor is connected to this end, and then it is connected to a battery. So all these leads are connected. So this type of connection you call it as series connection. And all these three resistors are connected to a battery which is having a potential V, and there is a current flow in the circuit from positive. See here, this is the direction of current. The arrows are drawn for the direction of current. Now these type of resistors, when they are connected like this, okay, they are connected end to end, this type of connection is nothing but you call it as a serial connection. Okay, now what will be the effective resistance for this? Okay, if resistors are connected like this, now this resistors may be like this, or sometimes it may be a bulb, or it may be a fluorescent lamp. So all these are nothing but you call it as resistors. So when such resistors are connected in series, what will be the effective resistance? What is going to be the total value or the effective value of the resistance? That is our topic. Hope you understood what is that we are going to do, right? Now second diagram is the combination of this. Now look at the second diagram, children. I'll just explain what this diagram is about. Look at the second diagram. Now all these resistors are combined to form a single resistance, which is called as RS. We are going to learn RS is nothing but effective resistance when resistors are connected in series. So all these three are combined together to form a single resistance whose effective resistance we are going to calculate. So this is the second diagram. And the third diagram is, now this is how a resistor looks like. We are going to learn about this in the next topic, where we are going to learn carbon resistors. This is how a resistor looks like with the color combinations. Here some color configurations are there. Now how you should find out the value of this resistance, that is going to be discussed in the next topic, children. To right now, how a resistor looks, this is how it looks. Now this is the actual photo, original diagram. When you connect all the three resistors together, this is how it looks. And here they have specified the value of the resistor also. This resistor's value is 1 kilo ohm. This resistor has got a value of 2 kilo ohm. This resistor has got a value of 3 kilo ohm, and all the three are connected in series, and that is connected to a battery. Now this is the positive terminal of the battery, this is the negative terminal of the, actually this is the photo, actual picture, but every time you can't keep on drawing like this. So this is how the symbol resistor means, you will draw like this. Okay, so this is how you draw the diagram. Hope you understood the diagram now, right? Okay, so when these type of resistors are connected in series, what will be the effective resistance? Okay, now let us consider the amount of charge that is passing through each resistor. Okay, so when a potential is applied, now charges flow. That is why we say that current is flowing in a circuit. Whenever charges flow, you have current in a circuit. So the amount of charge that is passing through R1, okay, now that will be passing on to R2, similarly to R3 also. So we cannot see anywhere charges getting accumulated, so they will be moving. So it will be the same when they move towards R1, when they move towards R2, when they move towards R3. So because of the resistors, movement of charges, the current will be the same in all the three resistors. Okay, the value of current will, that's why I is the same everywhere. So when resistors are connected in series, the current flowing through the resistors will remain the same. So very important point to be noted. I is the same. There is no change in the value of current. The current remains the same. Okay, so what will be the potential difference? Potential difference will be varying. V1 be the potential difference of the first resistor, V2 be the second potential of the second resistor, and V3 be the potential difference. Potential difference across each resistor. So current remains the same, PD varies. Okay, so potential difference across each resistor is given as V1, V2, V3. And what is R1, R2, R3? Of course, you know. R1 is the resistance of the first resistor, R2 is the resistance of the second resistor, and R3 is the resistance of the third resistor. So, what will be the total potential now? Can I have the total potential? Total potential is written as V, which is equal to the sum of the individual values of potential. Yes or no? So V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Now I need to find out what is the value of V1, right? So current is the same. So according to Ohm's law, V is equal to I into R, right? Ohm's law formula. V is equal to I into R. So based on these three resistors, I am going to write V1 as I into R1. Similarly, V2 as I into R2. Similarly, V3 as I into R3. Okay ma? Current remains the same. So, same value of phi. Now, what will be the effective total potential difference? That is equal to sum of the individual potential differences. So, the total potential will be V is equal to, I can write I into Rs, right? Yes or no? So now I am going to substitute all these values in this equation. So V is equal to I into Rs, V1 equal to I into R1, V2 equal to I into R2, and V3 equal to I into R3. So let me substitute V as I into Rs equal to I into R1 plus I into R2 plus I into R3. So everywhere I gets cancelled. So I have only the value of the effective resistance, which is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. So what is the effective resistance? The effective resistance is equal to the sum of the individual resistance as shown in the figure. So this is the effective resistance. Now this is a very important formula. So the effective resistance is equal to, when several resistors are connected in series, the effective resistance will be the sum of the individual resistors. I repeat the sentence again. When resistors are connected in series, the effective resistance will be the sum of the individual resistors. Okay, so this is one conclusion. And one more important point that we get from this is, now how the value of this effective resistance will be. Now RS is the effective resistance, right? Now this value of the effective resistance will be equal to, definitely this will be greater than, suppose let us take, this is the same thing I explained you in capacitance also. Let us take the value of R1 as 1 ohm children, R2 as 2 ohm and R3 as 3 ohm. So when you find out the effective resistance, what will be the effective resistance children? RS equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3, right? So it is 6 ohm. So this effective resistance will be definitely greater than the greatest resistor, individual resistor, which is having the greater value here. Among these three has got, I mean resistor 3 has got 3 ohm. So this effective resistance will be definitely greater than the greatest. Which is the greatest among the three? 3 is the greatest. The effective value will be definitely greater than 3. Okay, so this is one important point that you get from this. Is it clear? So this is about resistors connected in series. Okay, ma? Shall we move to the next concept? The next is resistors connected in parallel. Again, the same type of diagram, but here all the resistors are connected in parallel. Look at the first diagram, children. Again, I am explaining the first diagram. Here again, there are three resistors, R1, R2, R3, and it is connected to a battery with a potential V, and again a current is allowed to flow, but when it comes this side, at this point the current I is splitting up into 3. So at this part the current flowing is I1, at this part the current flowing is I2, and this part it is I3. So the current I is splitting up into 3 parts because the resistors are connected in parallel. Now I am going to find out what is the effective resistance, the combination of these three. This will be the circuit diagram for the effective resistance when connected in parallel. Like how we discussed for series, same thing, say a parallel connection, all these three put together, the effective resistance when resistors connected in parallel. This forms a single network and it is connected to a battery of potential V again. And this is the actual photo, like how these, look at the diagram here, 1 kilo ohm, again 2 kilo ohm and 3 kilo ohm, all they are connected in parallel, and that connection, that is totally connected to a battery, right? Now in this case, now what happens to the potential? Now potential, they have the same potential. Okay, so here, which is now last topic we saw that current remain the same, but here potential remain the same. So the potential is going to be the same for all the three resistors, and here we are going to take the value of the total current, children. So the total, because here as I said you, when comes, I mean when it is connected to a battery, the current coming out from this is I. But when coming to this point, now here the current is getting distributed, right? So in that case, I will have the total value of current I as I1 plus I2 plus I3. Is it clear? Now let me write what is I1, children. I1 is V by R1. Similarly, I2 equal to V by R2 and I3 equal to V by R3. And what will be the effective current? Effective current I equal to V by Rp. There we wrote Rs, here we wrote Rp because it is parallel connection. Now I have all these values. I'm going to substitute these values in this formula, children. Okay, so substitute for I as V by Rp equal to V by R1 plus V by R2 plus V by R3. So all the V gets cancelled. Now here I have 1 by Rp equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. So this is the effective resistance. So the reciprocal of the effective resistance. Now where is the R here? In the denominator. So the reciprocal of the effective resistance connected in parallel is equal to the sum of the reciprocal of the individual resistors. I repeat again, the reciprocal of the effective resistance connected in parallel is equal to the sum of the reciprocal of the individual resistors. Okay, and how the effective resistance value be? Let us also check that. But before that, I'm going to give you a very small formula. Okay, suppose let us take two resistors R1 R1 ohm and R2. Let us take two resistors. Now what will be the effective resistance for this? It will be 1 by Rp equal to, how do you write? You will have 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. If you are going to restrict yourself with only two resistors, in that case this formula can be reduced like this. Now take the LCM of this, children. When you take the LCM of this, you will have R1 R2 in the denominator. Okay, and the numerator you have R2 plus R1. Okay ma? Now this will be 1 by Rp. So what will be the value of Rp now? Rp will be R1 R2 by R2 plus R1. Now this is also the formula for effective resistance, but you can use this formula only when you have two resistors. Now here you cannot use this formula because it is connected to three resistors. If the resistors are restricted to only two, then instead of going for this formula, you can go for this formula also. You can directly substitute and get the value of Rp. Otherwise, what you have to do is, you have to first find out the value of 1 by Rp, and then from that you need to find out the value of Rp. But when it is with respect to only two resistors, you cannot go for, you directly go for this to get the value of Rp, children. Okay ma? Now what will be the effective resistance here? Now last topic, the effective resistance will be greater than the greatest. That is what we saw. Now what will be the effective resistance here? Let us check that also. Now let us take R1 as again the same value 1 ohm, R2 as 2 ohm and R3 as 3 ohm, children. So what will be 1 by Rp now? 1 by Rp will be 1 by 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3. And when you take the LCM, you have 6. You have 6 plus 3 plus 2, which is 11 by 6, right? So Rp will be 6 by 11, which is definitely a decimal, no doubt about that, yes or no? So decimal in the sense the effective resistance will be lesser than the least. Which is the least here? The least value is 1 ohm. The effective resistance will be definitely lesser than this. Okay ma? Am I making you the concept clear? There the effective resistance will be greater than the greatest. Here the effective resistance will be lesser than the least. Okay, now it's a very easy topic. You can understand it very easily. Try to learn today itself. Okay, so with this I'm going to the book back problem, children, question number 13. Now concept is the same, that is why I wanted to teach you this problem. Now two cells each of 5 volt, what is the value? Yes, 5 volt are connected in series across a 8 ohm resistor and 3 parallel resistors of 4 ohm, 6 ohm and 12 ohm. Draw a circuit diagram for the above arrangement. So first let us draw the circuit diagram. So how many cells are connected? 2 cells are connected. So let us draw the cells first. Positive, negative, positive, negative. So each of 5 volt. Okay ma? Now they are connected to in series across a 8 ohm resistor. So let me draw a resistor here whose value is 8 ohm, and this is connected to 3 parallel resistors. So I have to draw 3 parallel resistors. So one I have drawn here. Let me close this circuit. The remaining 2 I will draw here. So this is one resistor connected here, and this is connected to here. So what are the values of these resistors? Let me write the value of this as 4 ohm, and here it is 6 ohm, and here it is 12 ohm. You understood the circuit diagram now? Now look at the question and see whether you have drawn it correctly. 2 cells each of 5 volt are connected in series across a 8 ohm resistor and 3 parallel resistors. Now these 3 parallel resistors, the effective of these resistors are in series with 8 ohm. Okay ma? You understood? That is what they have given in the question. They are connected in series across an 8 ohm resistor and 3 parallel resistors of value. So these 3 parallel resistors are in series with 8 ohm. Okay? Understood the circuit diagram? Okay. Now calculate the current drawn from the cell. So first I have drawn the circuit diagram. Now I have to find out the current. What is the current drawn from the cell? Total current. Then current through each resistor. I have to find out what is the current flowing across this resistor, this. You have to find out. So first let us start doing the effective resistance. Now first what you should find out? First you should find out what is the effective resistance of this parallel combination. So let us solve that first. Let me take an empty page. So the effective resistance of the parallel connection, let us take it as 1 by r dash. So 1 by r dash is equal to 1 by 4 plus 1 by 6 plus 1 by 12 ma. Okay, so what will be the LCM for this? The LCM for this will be 12. So I have 3 plus 2 plus 1. So 5 plus 1, 6 by 12, which is 1 by 2. Okay ma? Now 1 by r dash is 1 by 2. R dash is 2 ohm. So what is the effective resistance R dash? That is, I am talking about the effective resistance of this, which is 2 ohm. Now this 2 ohm is in series with 8 ohm. So what will be the effective resistance now? The effective resistance R is equal to 8 plus R dash. Okay ma? So 8 plus what is R dash? 2. So the effective resistance will be 10 ohm. So I have found out the effective resistance. I know the value of voltage. What is the value of voltage? Each 5 volt. So the total is 10 volt, right? So V is equal to 10 ohm. So what will be the value of current now? Current will be I is equal to V by R. So V is 10 volt. Resistance is also 10. So the current is 1 ampere. Okay ma? So what is the value of current that is flowing across the resistor? Now come back to the diagram. The value of current that is flowing through this 8 ohm resistor is 1 ampere. Now here also for all the resistances, all the 3 resistors, the total value of current is what? It is 1 ampere, but here how this 1 ampere is distributed among these 3 resistors, because till this the current is 1 ampere, but when comes to here the current is divided because they are connected in parallel. So current is divided as I1, I2, I3. So this 1 ampere is divided among these 3. Understood? So Now I am going to find out what is the current through each resistor. Now the current through this 8 ohm resistor, 8 ohm resistor is 1 ampere children. But what is the current through these resistors? I am going to find out. Okay, so now current through current where is this? Okay, so potential difference across the parallel. I have drawn two lines children. Parallel combination of how many resistors there? 3 resistors. 3 resistors is, what is the potential difference there? It is taken as V dash, which is equal to I into R dash. What is I? I is 1. R dash is R dash is 2. Yes. What is the effective resistance of this? The effective resistance of this is 2. So I have to substitute that value here. So what is the potential difference across these 3 resistors? It is 2 volt. Okay, ma? Now with this, I am going to find out current in each resistor. So I is the current, right? So current through, what is the first resistor? Current through 4 ohm resistor. Current through 4 ohm resistor is I is equal, let me name it as I1, okay? So I1 is equal to V by I, right? So V is 2, I is 4. Okay, sorry, V by R. So V is 2 and R is 4. Okay, so 2 by 4 is 0.5 ampere. Okay, ma? Similarly, current through, what is the next value? The next value is 6 ohm. So 6 ohm resistor is taken as I2, which is equal to again 2 by 6. 2 by 6 is 1 by 3, which is 0.33 ampere. Then the third one, current through 12 ohm resistor. Current through 12 ohm resistor, I3 is equal to, it is once again 2 by 12, right? So 2 by 12 is 1 by 6, which is 0.17 ampere. So the total current that is flowing through this resistor, you add this value children, you will get 1 ampere. See here, check it. 0.5, 0.33 and 0.17. What is the total current here? 10, 8, 9. See here, look at the value of current. 9, 10 again. So the value is 1 ampere. So the current in these 3 resistors are distributed as 0.5, 0.33 and 0.7, which all together will become 1 ampere. Hope you understood this problem very clearly. This is how the problems will be tricky. You have to understand very, very clearly and then solve the problem. Okay, ma? So we are moving on to your example. One example is there, which is a very lengthy one. Okay. Now when two resistors are connected in series and parallel, their equivalent resistances are 15 ohm and 56 by 15 ohm respectively. Find the individual resistances. So they have given the value of Rs as R1 plus R2 equal to 15 ohm and Rp is equal to R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. Now this is equal to 56 by 15 ohm. This is the question. Okay. Now I can write R1 R2 by R1 plus R2 is 15. That is equal to 56 by 15, or I can write R2 is equal to 56 by R1 ohm. Am I right? This 15 gets cancelled. So R1 R2 is equal to 56. R2 is equal to 56 by R1. After this, everything is simplification. Okay, I want you to go through this sum, simplify it, try to understand. Then they will substitute this value of R2 in equation, this equation, and they simplify to get the answer. So try to go through the sum, simplify it, try to get the answer. I have told you the main part of it. Simplify and try to get the answer. We'll discuss it. Okay, ma? So see you tomorrow with the next topic and some more problems, children.